everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's time to do an unboxing slash review on the Kaustic Plastik 1/6 scale deluxe edition of Peter Sellers' Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther movies. And I can't believe they made this. This is such a cool thing to have it in 1/6 scale. When I was a kid growing up, I didn't really get it until I got older, but I do remember my mum would always have this on. If it was on the TV, she'd be watching it and cracking up laughing. And I do remember, I think it's his chief would gradually start to crack up and lose it because he was just, you know, Inspector Clouseau here was so hard to work with and just so stress inducing for the chief, and he started to get this twitch in his eye, and it was just hilarious. And then also I think it was his friend or his assistant, Kato, is it? He would have him wait for him in his apartment when he come home from work and surprise attack him to try and keep his senses sharp, and that was always hilarious as well. But I started to appreciate it more and understand it more as I got older. And yeah, man, for Kaustic Plastik to make this, it's just a classy choice. The last thing I saw from them was the Bud Spencer figure up there. It's a very cool piece, one of the most impressive high-end 1/6 scale figures I've ever encountered. Check out the review for him on the channel. Absolutely amazing work on him, so I'm expecting great things inside this box. So I hope you enjoy it, folks. Drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333 because there will be some pictures and clips going up of the piece on there. Now I also got the magnetic stand, the Diorama Luxury Magnetic Stand exclusive version, so that is going to be cool to pose them up on. But let's just take a moment to appreciate this artwork. Absolutely perfect, classy choice to represent the character on the front of the box. Beautiful colors and an awesome kind of 3D effect on the image. I mean, the hat's done so well, it kind of looks like you'd feel the material. It's crazy, but I absolutely love that. You got the little panther paws as well. This is beautiful, it really is beautiful. So let's see on the back, it'll probably say some credits. Look at that, all the way around. It's just pure class. Peter Sellers 1/6 scale collectible figure. Various spits there. Cosmic Group, Infinite Statue, Kaustic Plastik, yes sir. Deluxe edition, Peter Sellers. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so Fabio, there's Fabio. And oh, Sean Dabbs, I recognize that name, sir. Dario, and everyone, man. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Awesome people involved. Awesome project. So I'm going to set up this camera and I'm going to lift up this lid here, the front of the box, and we're going to see it together for the first time. So I'm very excited. Let's do this. Oh, that's very nice. That's kind of like shiny compared to the rest of the kind of matte finish here. It's classy, man. Little details. Very nice. Man, it's such a nice box. You've got to display them with that. Can't just put that in storage, man. That is way too beautiful. That's a piece of art right there. Alright, so I hope you can see everything okay. I'm going to be careful as I lift off the top of the box here. I really want to be careful with the artwork because that is just, it's just that, it's artwork, so be careful with your box. Alright, here we go. Oh, there he is! Inspector Clouseau. Can you see? Can you see that? It's beautiful. So 2 head sculpts, 2 hats, oh 3 hats, no, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hands with gloves on. I think there's hands underneath here without the gloves on as well. We'll get a look at that in a minute. But here he is. Be careful. Yep, he's got a nice bit of heft to him. And there he is. Peter Sellers. Man, it's beautiful. Look at that. It looks like the hair comes off. Oh, there you go, yeah, because there's a magnet in the top here. And then, yep, magnet in the hat. And that goes on there and completes the look. That is so cool. Oh man. Alright, we'll put that back for a minute. So yeah, you get the one piece of hair, and then there's another head here as well with a different expression. And that is going to look cool. Let's try the hat quickly as well on that one. I reckon this is going to be an absolute... is that way around? No, this way around. That's it. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Look at the life. Oh man. Oh, and the next one they're doing, I think, is John Wayne, and then Bela Lugosi Dracula. Everyone is so excited about Dracula. I mean, John Wayne is a big one. That's never been done before. I mean, that's amazing. And you know, you can only wonder what's in the future with Kaustic Plastik. I mean, oh, kind of unpredictable. You know, you never really know what they're going to come out with. I mean, Bela Lugosi Dracula knocked everyone's socks off. No one was expecting that. I'll leave the plastic. What am I doing? I'm in shock, to be honest with you. I'm just like, wow. Oh, right. What's under here? Ooh, we got the other outfit, or another base. Because we got the deluxe magnetic stand base, and then you get this one as well. It's beautiful. Get a look at that later. Gun, truncheon, tie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 6 hands, a bomb in here as well, a watch, a wallet, and some other bits and pieces. But we'll get a look at all this. This is microphone glass. Yeah, let me get all this out. This is awesome. Alright, so here is the figure with everything it comes with all around it. I still need to take the deluxe magnetic stand out of that box. We'll do that in a second, but I just had to show you this. Look at his eye. Look, it totally works, the microphone glass, if that's what you call it. That's what I used to call it. It's probably got a more exact name, but look at that. Nice double bend in the elbow, so I was able to get it nice and close to his face. That looks amazing. Yeah, starting off with a good pose. Can't wait to pose. I'm holding on to the bomb here with this hand. You can tell that's what that's for. And that's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a really interesting one to take photographs of and of interacting with other figures. Alright, here is the luxury magnetic base. And the carpet, the rug. Yeah. Nice piece. Oh, and we have some other little bits here. So little stand. And alright, some gloves. Oh, I guess you can plug them in to that hole there. Or maybe you can choose to put that in instead. I'm not sure. I'll check that out. Alright, so that's everything. Okay, so now with the exclusive version base out of the box, this is everything I have here in front of me. It's quite a lot of stuff. Alright, straight to the good stuff. Let's get him on the rotating base. Let's see him as he comes around in this pose. Check out his proportions. Let's have a look here. Really nice proportions. Good fit on the coat. Really nice stitching work. Check out that eye as he comes around. There it is. Oh man, so well done. But yes, it looks fantastic. And you've got the real laces on what look to be, correct me if I'm wrong, like brogues, is it? Beautiful shoes. But yeah, real laces on these. And magnets in the shoes that, you know, magnetize to the base. And very firm grip there. So no unsightly stand going up between his legs. This is a magnet base as well, so you don't have to have this here. I guess that's if you want it. And it's nice that they give you the option, just if you want to make sure that he never falls, but I really don't think he would. The magnets are really strong and he's got good stiff ankle joints. He's not top heavy or anything like that. But that looks awesome coming around. I just want to get some close-up footage of this. It looks amazing and really funny. Oh man, check out the tie and the shirt, jacket underneath. The detail on his skin. Paintwork on his eyes with the veins in the corner of the eyes. So good. I'm definitely going to take some pictures from this angle. Alright, so we're just going to take a look at the head sculpt on the rotating base here. I've got to say, I really do like the surface of the stand. This magnetic stand here with the kind of cobblestones. It's really nice. Check out the detail of the hat as well, the way it's been sculpted to look like stitching. But check out the expression as he comes round, the life in the eyes, the detail of the skin. Absolutely amazing work on the sculpt and the paint. Very true to Peter Sellers as Inspector Clouseau. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think of these movies. Have you seen them? I know probably a few of you would need to look into it, but it's worth your time. Just like it was for me with Bud Spencer, looking into that character and not expecting to like, you know, They Call Me Trinity as much as I did. You know, I really enjoyed it and watched it about 2.5 times now. So I actually need to get the Blu-ray or the DVD, I guess. Maybe it's out on Blu-ray, I'll have to check. But it was well worth looking into Bud Spencer. But I already knew about Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther movies. So this was a different experience. I knew, you know, how it should look. And Kaustic Plastik and everyone involved have certainly done an amazing job at bringing Peter Sellers back to life in 1/6 scale. Let's try the other head sculpt now. Or actually, let's take the hat off this one and we take the hair off the other one and we'll put the hair on this head. So this is the head sculpt that we were just looking at, but with the hair on instead. And that is another option. So you've got 3 different hats, 2 different heads with interchangeable hats and hair. Well, you've got 1 piece of hair, but there's some combinations that you could achieve here. So there's a lot of fun to be had. If you've got the time and the patience, you can really come up with your own individual look for your figure. And that's the fun. You know, that's part of the fun of the whole collecting these 1/6 scale pieces. It's being able to try and get a nice individual look with them. Alright, so now to the other head sculpt with the hair on. This is a more serious expression, a bit more intense. You know? And then we'll try it with the hat. We do have 2 different styles of hat. We've got 3 hats, the other one's the police hat, but this, you know, this one here is a bit lighter than the darker one here, and the brim, or whatever you call it, is slightly different style as well. Alright, so let's put his hat on. Alright, and then I'll try the other hat as well. Looks very good. Perfect, I'd go so far as to say. Let's try it with the other hat, the lighter hat. Oh, now that looks really nice. That's a fine hat, sir. And we'll try this hat on the other head sculpt as well, this one. Ooh, hello. That looks funny though. If you ever wanted to know what Peter Sellers would look like if he was totally monk bald on top, you've got your visual answer there. So let's take that hat off and put it on this one. And that also looks excellent. And we might as well try this police hat as well. So let this one come round one more time. And we shall proceed to interswap hattage. All right, there we go. He's coming round. Amazing. Right. Let's try this police hat. Oh, now that just changes the vibe completely. Check this out. You can imagine him swinging the truncheon, you know, on his beat, walking down the cobbled street here. That's going to be an amazing look for the figure. Man, you could get two of these, because you could, especially if you get this deluxe base over here, you got two different bases, two different outfits. You could have two completely different looks and two different head sculpts with different expressions. You could have two very, very cool figures. I mean, more. If you're a rich man, you want to get like 4 of them, do all the different looks you could do. It's up to you. I ain't going to tell you what to do, but I can certainly try. Here's the other head sculpt with the police hat on. A bit more serious, a bit more surprised. Yeah. Absolutely awesome. So that is just 10 out of 10s all round for likeness, sculpt, paint, the way the hat rests on the head so perfectly. Alright, so now I'm holding on to this bomb and kind of raising his finger, trying to get people's attention because the matter becomes more urgent by the second. As you can see, it's not got long to go until it goes boom, and he's looking quite concerned. Because of the double bend in the elbow, you can bring that hand up nice and close, do a bit of a shush pose as well while he tries to concentrate on a way to deal with the situation. Really fun figure to pose, and looks fantastic no matter what you do with it. Just bring your attention again to these amazing brogue shoes with the real laces, brilliant sculpt and paint, look very real, and socks as well, beautiful quality socks under the trousers here, the pants, and the material of these pants is really nice, very high quality. You can see the texture there on those, very, very nicely done. Speaking of texture, let's check out this base here. So this is not raised. It seems to be some kind of print, but I didn't know that until I touched it. That's how convincing it was. I thought that would have been like raised when I touched it slightly. But no, I mean that makes sense though, because of the magnets. You wouldn't want that to be raised if it was magnets, because it wouldn't be a flat surface for his foot to be flush to. So that is very good. Very convincing though. And beautiful Peter Sellers. On the front there, the name, just like on the box. Very nice. I actually, possibly prefer this base to the exclusive version base. I do really like this though. I have to pose them up on this and see. But I think I prefer this one slightly. I really like this nameplate. I think it's, you know, everyone's going to know who this is. No. But yeah, that's a important little touch there to have the name on the front. I like that. Let's just take a look at this alternative outfit. You can see a badge on there which moves and kind of swings, pendulum styley if you want. And let's just see if I can get in here on these buttons. Yeah, you got some beautiful design on there. The stitching and the material is top notch. Very, very nicely done. Really high quality stuff. I'm a bit nervous about changing over this outfit, just because I don't really, this is definitely the look I would want him in for my personal display, but I have to show you what this looks like, so I'll have to do it. I just don't really want to mess with this belt because it's so nice and flush. I'm sure I'll be able to do it again. It might be really easy, but I just always get nervous with stuff like that. But let's do it. Is it time to put him in his alternative outfit, and then we'll just put him back like this again when we finish up, because a lot of these accessories are, you know, meant to be displayed with this look. So let's get it done. Right, as I'm doing this, you guys can watch a video that was made by Kaustic Plastik to show you how to handle the button situation on one of the items here. So you watch that while I'm just tending to my business here. Alright, so you've seen those two little videos, and that is because these are real buttons that function as real buttons on a suit would. And they haven't done that all over the figure because obviously, you know, using a little tweezers to get these in and out is a bit of a pain in the bum, but I understand why they've done it here, because they wanted this to look as real as possible. Whereas on these buttons, because the belt comes across and brings this all together, it's not really necessary to go to all that trouble for these, because you're not going to see them at all. So that's nice that it's only on this jacket here. So I'm just trying to think why I would need to do that though, personally myself. I want to try to avoid messing with these buttons if I can. I know I'd need to change the tie to make it more accurate with this outfit, but we'll see. I'm just gonna, oh actually no, so you're supposed to remove this jacket totally. I was going to put this over the top of that jacket, but that would be way too thick, then he'd be too bulky. So I guess I have to mess with these. Alright, where's my tweezers? Tweezers! Now before I take this jacket off, and once I took this off, I realized that you've got a totally other option here. I mean, if you really just loved and respected the actor Peter Sellers and you didn't want it to be necessarily a Pink Panther figure, because yeah, it's got the iconic kind of bomb falling off the Peter Sellers name, but it doesn't say Pink Panther, it just says Peter Sellers, and he is in a suit here. It really is just kind of like a tribute, this version at least, this look, to the man himself. I mean, I've got an Oscar, a 1/6 scale Oscar statue up there with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker figure, and you could have him standing holding that if you wanted to, but that's a really classy look. It's got the watch on as well, but that is another option for you, just straight up Peter Sellers in a suit, maybe at an awards ceremony or something. And obviously with just the black tie, switch it out and you'd have just a black tie, white shirt and black suit. Very classy. Very, very cool. Let's take this hat. That's also a very cool look. That's just a dapper looking gentleman standing waiting for a train, perhaps. About to hail a taxi. I don't know what he's up to, but he looks good doing it. Very, very cool. I just really like this look. It just looks really cool. Hands in his pockets. I tugged at the suit and the shirt and everything, get it all falling right, looking like it has a real natural kind of weight to it. Alright, so I've got Bud Spencer by Kaustic Plastik standing here next to Peter Sellers, and they look awesome together. Really, really on a different level, Kaustic Plastik, with their quality, overall presentation, the thought that's put into it, the passion behind the project. I cannot wait to see John Wayne, but got to be honest, the one I'm looking forward to the most is Bela Lugosi Dracula. Oh, with the coffin as well, man, forget about it. It's going to be insane. And Kaustic Plastik did a really good video, a little preview video of Dracula, where he's actually waking up and coming out of his coffin. With some really cool effects. Check that out. Really, really cool little teaser for what's coming. Okay, now I shall proceed to remove this jacket and get the alternative outfit going on. One last little look at this very classy option for display. This Peter Sellers the Man. That's a really cool option for you. Okay, so I've done it. I've undone these buttons using a tweezers. That's very important. But once you copy what they did in those videos I showed you from Kaustic Plastik of them undoing these buttons with the tweezers, it's actually really straightforward. You just do it the exact same way you would do it yourself on real buttons on a real jacket with your fingers. You just kind of mimic that with the tweezers instead, and they came right out. Hello, Mr. Shirt and Mr. Tie. Very nicely done. Alright, so I'll have to double check. Is the black tie meant to be with the police uniform? I think so. Okay. I'll just go double check though on Google Image. But that was a lot less scary than I thought. I was actually going to just try and get away with putting this over the top of this without undoing it, but it was way too bulky. It wasn't going to work, so you do have to take this jacket off, I think. Right. Alright, that wasn't too bad, and it was worth the effort because that looks absolutely fantastic. It would be really difficult choosing which look to go for, I gotta say, because it looks very striking, I think. So I haven't even put the hat on yet. I wanted to show you without the hat just to be respectful. I don't like to show him bald if I can help it, because that's not how it was. There you go, get that on there. Look at that. Truly awesome. Expression in the face. His ID. His picture there. The baton, the truncheon, whatever you want to call it. I put the strap around his hand. Got him on the exclusive version base. He would be better suited to that one, I think. So we'll do that in a second. Let's just see from a few angles here. Really, really well tailored. Alright, now there's a full shot of the piece on that base. And that just, it looks really high end. It's another level of 1/6 scale awesomeness right there. It's just something classy about it. It's the kind of thing you'd see in Hollywood directors' offices. I can just imagine it, you know. So much history. And so many, you know, like the generation before me. This was, you know, kind of like, I won't compare him to any other comedic actors, but, you know, this was a really big one. And still remains so, but it's like the John Wayne figure that Kaustic Plastik are making. That was a hero, an inspiration for so many people of a different generation as well. But I just think they've absolutely nailed it here. From head to toe, utter class. Right, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think alternatively, because this is a magnetic stand and his feet have the magnets in there, this is kind of just for peace of mind. By the way, I'm sticking to that because that's a magnet. But I guess if you didn't want to use the groin grabber, you could just plug these bad boys in here, and now you've got the gloves just resting there to cover the hole. So that's a nice little thought. Very nicely done. So no joke, I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes now, just looking at the piece, just thinking how good that looks. I mean, obviously it looks fantastic, you know, done up as we saw him at the beginning of the video, but I'm genuinely just sitting here perplexed as to what pose or what look to go for when I just have him on the shelf. I really like this look. I thought I would, to be honest, I didn't think I would be interested in displaying him like this because it's so iconic and recognizable with the trench coat and the hat and all that. But that just looks so good. I was wrong, man. This look is very, very, very cool. Man, I'm not sure how to go about it, but it's just such a nice look for the figure. Especially, it just really comes together with this base as well. It really looks nice. No, I was just looking at this and I've only just realised when I pressed record, I was just going to be talking about this. I didn't actually realise there was another thing behind there. So I just figured out in my head, I guess these are to interchange with the ID and the photo that are in the little leather case there. So yeah, you can swap these out if you wish. I think this is the two cards that are supposed to be in there if he's dressed like this. So I won't go to that much trouble, as I don't want to risk bending these or scuffing the corners. I like how pristine they are, but you get the idea. They go in there, I think. So that's a nice little detail too. And before I do anything as far as switching him back to the original outfit, I'll just show you a straight up and down pose with the arms by his sides. That is just screaming iconic to me. Would not blame you if that's how you choose to rock him, because that is just pure class. I was just thinking, is that quite close to a Dr. Loomis trench coat? Quite similar? I'd have to double check the details, but it could be quite similar to a Loomis coat. Alright, I love that look, but I guess if I'm going to have him on display, I want to have him as he looks on the box there. So I'm going to switch him back, but it's with a heavy heart because I just think that looks incredible. I really, really do. Okay, I'm going to miss that look. I'm going to miss it. But he's got to go back to full-on iconic Inspector Clouseau Pink Panther style, which this is too, you know, but wow, it's just so good. Alright, let's switch him back. Okay, so I'm just going to show you something that will be very handy to you. You could basically make something like this out of like a, I don't know, little paper clip or something. See how that's done? It's very crude, but certainly helps, because the tweezers that I have are quite thick. You know, it's quite thick. It should be, you want much thinner tips to your tweezers. So I'm going to use this as an alternative, and I'm just going to try and get it on camera for you so you can see. So you'd put that through the pocket there, and then you'd hook it on to the button, and then just pull it through carefully. Trying to do this so you guys can see as well, but I should probably concentrate more on what I'm doing here. So yeah, there we go. Okay, I managed to pull it through, and then you just, there you go, and now your button is through the pocket, through the little hole. Then we stick this one through here, hook it onto the button, and then pull it through. Careful. Hang on about. There we go. Gotcha. Alright. That's that done. That's the scary bit over. Fixed. Alright, he's all back together. And that will be my pose, the display for him on the shelf once this review is up and done. And I'll tell you, final thoughts. Another masterpiece from Kaustic Plastik. A 10 out of 10, no doubt about it. No shadow of a doubt. No area of concerns, nothing. This is an absolute masterpiece. 1/6 scale figure. Highly recommend you get it if you're into this. Maybe it'll make a great gift for a parent or a grandparent, you know, because they're going to know who this is. And I hope you do too. Do some research if you have never looked into it before. There's some really, really funny movies. And Peter Sellers is one of the all-time greats. Kaustic Plastik have done him justice. Absolutely fantastic work. Everyone involved should be very proud of themselves. They absolutely knocked it out of the park, nailed it. You should be very, very proud of yourself. Whatever, you know, whatever you do in your careers, just this alone is reason to hold your heads high and think, we did it. It's absolutely awesome. I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. I'll leave a link to Kaustic Plastik underneath this video in the description section. You can go ahead and order yours and check them out on Instagram and Facebook at Kaustic Plastik. And thank you, all of you, for watching. This has been an absolute pleasure getting my hands on this and getting a chance to show it to you. Just incredible. Just absolutely amazing. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and share it with your buddies. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at dnight333. I'll see you real soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.